You keep seeing articles about short-term rentals and Airbnb and you don't know where to get started? Well, stick around, because on this video, we're going to be talking about the top 5 things you need to do to get started in the Airbnb and short-term rental arena. And we're getting to it right now. My name is June Kranick, and on this channel, we do videos every single week of what it's like to live, to invest, to vacation, all things as it's related to Orlando and Central Florida. So if that's the information that you want and need, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and click the bell below so that you're notified every time we do a new video. We have people reaching out to us every single week, and my team and myself, well, we're absolutely honored. So if you're thinking about moving to Orlando or Central Florida, or investing in a rental property or a vacation property, well, then send us a text, give us a call, send us an email, however you wish to connect, because we got you covered when it comes to moving to Orlando and Central Florida. The first vital thing that you gotta do when it comes to moving into the Airbnb realm is you gotta get budgeted. Really get a budget on what your down payment, closing cost, how much you're gonna allot for the property itself. You have to take into consideration repairs, renovations, take into consideration how much it's gonna cost to furnish it, how much it's gonna cost for towels, sheets, plates, dishes, vacuums. I mean, think about it. You're furnishing an entire home. So all of that has to be budgeted. So that's really the first place to start. You really want to sit down and think, what is the budget? And you may want to consider getting a partner. 2 people's capital is better than just one, correct? You also want to think about what arena? Like, do you want to be in the budget realm? Do you want to be in the mid-level Airbnb space? Or, when I say Airbnb, VRBO, whatever, all the different platforms. Or do you want to be in the luxe platform? Do you really want to focus on which one of those levels you want to be in? So that's really the first place to start, is sitting down, getting a budget, and getting your plan. Because before that, what are you really looking for? You have to have a firm and clear idea of what kind of property you're going to find and at what budget. The next thing is your lending options. So it just all depends on where you're at in your life. If you are a W-2 employee, where your debt to income ratio is, you may be able to get like a second home, like a vacation home. It depends on what lender and how far you have to be, if you have to be 50 miles away and whatnot. So you'll only require 10% down on a conventional loan. So that's kind of like the best case scenario. You can get second home, boom, 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 there you go. Now, investment property is a little more money down. You may be looking at 20% down, so it's a higher down payment, and also is a conventional loan. Now, I'm not a mortgage broker. I'm just giving you what I know up to this point. You also may be able to look into DSCR loans, which are debt service coverage ratio loans, which is a whole nother realm. So the type of loans you really want to get with your mortgage, your lender, your mortgage broker, what have you, and get an idea of what kind of loan you can get. A lot of people steer clear of a property because everybody gets hung up on interest rate. And remember, this is an income producing property, so it's a little bit different than just your home. So yes, you can sit around and kind of wait and put your money in the stock market. Last time I looked at my stock market portfolio, I wanted to cry because I was down I don't know how much money. It's ridiculous. So I don't really see the difference. It's all kind of a gamble. This is not a gamble if you know what you're doing in this realm. So try not to get caught up in the interest rate, and remember that you can always refinance if and when rates get better. We're hoping that rates get better in the future. I don't know if we're ever going to see 2 and 3% again. It's kind of what got us in this place, but maybe they'll go down a little bit. So once you've really budgeted yourself reasonably and then looked at your lending options, Now it's really time to start to look for a property. And that's such a large, it's such a large region. I mean, if you already have an idea of where you'd like to purchase, that's great. And if you have in your mind that you are convinced that that area is a no-brainer, I was convinced of a couple areas that I thought for sure, gold mine. Turns out I was wrong. It's funny that the older I get, the more I realize I'm wrong about a lot of things. Imagine that. So you really want to start to get good at comping out properties. And comping out deals when it comes to this space is different than purchasing a home. The good news is it takes the emotion out of it. That's what I found to be complete freedom. It is not like, well, I love those shutters and there's a beautiful fire pit in the back. I really think people will like that ambiance. No, it comes down to a spreadsheet, dollars and cents, cash on cash return, whatnot. So you really want to be able to comp out deals. You want to be able to cross-reference Airbnb with AirDNA and be able to take Airbnb and dial it back and see what people in that general area are doing. See what the top producing people are doing. Why are they doing that well? And can you outperform them? There's a lot of variables when it comes to this. And rarely does a property not do well because of oversaturation. I find that a lot of people think that's an easy out. Oh, it's oversaturated. Keep telling yourself that. People say that here in Orlando. Well, 115 million people came here last year. I doubt that 100,000 vacation properties in Orlando, 100,000, 115 million. 100,000, 115 million. So you see what I'm saying? I think it's an easy out. It's usually the host, just saying, or property manager. Don't get me going on that one. So really being able to comp out deals, understanding how to comp them out, taking the time, learn. The other part is finding a realtor that understands short-term rental. Doesn't just say they understand it, but they actually have education and knowledge in that arena. Simple couple of questions, you'll know right away. Ask them. Do you specialize in this? Have you sold many? What kind of information? Do you have the history? Whatever. Get some questions to ask the realtor so you know that you have the right person. So the next piece then is finding that property, purchasing that property, making the proper adjustments to the property, whatever that looks like. Some people can just buy something and make a few tweaks and furnish it, get a great vibe and rock and roll. Others have to buy it and fix, and it just depends. It just depends on the property and what you're willing to do. Recently, I've seen people purchase an Airbnb property or purchase a property, furnish it, get it up and running at about year 2, sell it, make a couple $100,000 off of it. So I've seen them flipping Airbnb properties, which is just a whole nother realm of opportunity for investors. So the next portion of this is really getting now your boots on the ground team. You want to build your team. Obviously, you want to get your house, your cleaning team, which is vital. When I tell you vital, like with a capital V, ITAL. You will live and die by your cleaning team and your handyman in that order. Cleaning team, handyman. They will do, you have to really find the right team and pay them well. Don't nickel and dime them. Don't be chintzy. Treat them well and they will make your business flourish. They are your eyes and your ears, especially when you're not there. If it's long distance or you're working all day and you have a property that's 100 miles away, you need that cleaning team. So building a team is vital, and then getting your automation Am I like freaking you out? It's a lot to learn. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot to learn. Everyone thinks, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy a house and I'm gonna get it on Airbnb. Not that simple. It is once you get it going. But anyway, then you get your automations, the different, channel managers and dynamic pricing tools and Guestly and Hostly and all these different things. And once you get things automated, you will own your business. Your business will not own you, and it won't run you. So that's really the top things that you want to focus on when it comes to getting and starting a successful Airbnb business. But the most important piece, and listen, I'm going to tell you this, and this comes from somebody who studies constantly, is get the proper education. Education is everything. Knowledge is power. I promise you, if you get the proper education, it will save you thousands upon thousands of dollars in mistakes, in the wrong, pricing, in the wrong, whatever it is. Heck, buying the wrong property. If you don't know what makes it a good property, there's so many errors that you can make, and there's so much easier ways to do things by getting the right education. So take the time, educate yourself, study, research. Even if you're not a researcher, learn to be. I promise you, it'll pay off in the long run. So today we were talking about the top 5 things that you must focus on in order to start your Airbnb business. But if that's not what you're looking for, you have to let us know. Reach out and let us know exactly what it is that you're looking for so we can get those videos out to you right away. So remember, if you're thinking about moving to Orlando or Central Florida or investing in property or vacation homes, well then send us a text, give us a call, send us an email, however you wish to connect, because we got you covered when it comes to moving to Orlando and Central Florida. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.